Hi, my name is Monique, and I actually did my plunge on Trudy, who is a transgender. She lives her life as a female now. Um, and actually, my experience was going with Trudy to the Rainbow Cactus, which is a gay bar where she performed and sang. It was very different for me because I've never been to anything like that before, so it was a new experience. And it was a bar, everybody in there was gay. A lot of drag queens with, full makeup on, breasts, and, long dresses. And it was actually really fun. I actually had a good time. The music was loud. Everybody was dancing and just enjoying themselves. And it was pretty mostly gay people in there, male and females. Now, Trudy is 56 years old. She is a transgender. She lives her life as a female. And she will be going next year to have her surgery to have female parts, to get her male parts removed. And she actually served in the military for 20 years. She was married, and she's actually widowed now, and she has 5 children. So when she was in the military for 20 years, she lived her life, as a man. And I thought that was, so actually it was astonishing, really, to know that someone had, lived their whole life, a married person, and really deep down inside they want to be a woman. Trudy expressed to me that his wife knew that all along that he really wanted to be a woman and that he was going to go through with the operation. His children knew, everybody in his family knew as well that he was going to go through the operation as well. Trudy told me that growing up as a child that she always knew that she wanted to be a female. It's kind of confusing now because Trudy is she lives her life as a woman, so I have to keep saying she, but she does have, she looks like a woman, but she does have, a male parts. But she said, growing up, all her family, everyone knew that she wanted to be, a woman. But she said that she needed to take, she had to take care of her family. So that's why she had a military career, which she did retire from. And Trudy now resides in Norfolk, Virginia. And she goes to a lot of things in the community. She's very social. She goes to the gay and lesbian and transgender community center, where she goes there 3 times a week. They have meetings where they all can discuss, things that's going on in their lives. And Trudy says one of the main things that she talks about is her operation that she has coming up. She told me it's a really, really big deal for her because it's something that she's always wanted to do. It's just so costly that she's finally had to save up enough money to actually get the surgery done. Trudy actually says having the group, to go to every week, it gives her a sense of belonging. Even though she's said now she's at the age where she really doesn't care what anyone thinks, she says sometimes deep down inside, people still give her a little look because even though she does look like a woman, she has long blonde hair, she wears high heels, but she does have broad shoulders, and her hands, even though she has her nails manicured, she still has manly hands, and her voice is not as feminine. She does have a deep male voice, so that's one of the things that stood out to me when I initially met her. That her voice was very, very deep, and her face is she has makeup on, but at first glance you can tell that she is transgender. And it's something that at first to me was a little scary because it was my first time actually meeting someone like that. So for them to be very feminine and then to hear their voice and it was very deep and masculine, and to notice her broad shoulders and her hands, it was a little scary at first. But Trudy is a really, really sweet lady, and I think that she's been through a lot in her life, and now she's where she wants to be. Trudy is social. She is a hairstylist. She says she loves her job. She's single, so she's not dating anyone. She says she has dated before in the past, But one of the main things that stopped her from dating was the fact that she said she came encounter with a lot of men using her. And she said she says that she probably thought they were using her because they thought that she wanted to be accepted. What she expressed to me that she had already accepted herself for who she was. So these men were coming to her, trying to date her, trying to use her for money, thinking that, she just wanted acceptance, But she says she's going to wait till after her surgery is performed before she kind of gets out in the dating world to see what everything's about. Now, another one of the questions that I want to talk about was Trudy wanted to know what human service professionals know, that she's no different from anyone else. She wants to respect and she wants to be treated like, a normal person. And I would say when counseling someone like Trudy, I would keep in mind that she is a human being and she should be treated with respect just like anyone else. And one of the main things I would do is actually educate myself on transgenders before conducting an interview with her, because it's a lot. I found out it's a lot about transgenders. And to me, when I first met Trudy, I had a lot of questions and I didn't want to come off as offensive, but she was very open into answering my questions. And I just told her, I said, one of my biggest questions was to her was, you live your life, you're married for 20 plus years and you're living your life as a man. You're, the provider. You're, the man of the household, you're going to work every day and you have 5 children, and they're all boys. And I want to know, how did Trudy's family take that when he decided, he wanted to, become a transgender? And he told me, he said it was hard telling his children, because they're all boys, and, to tell them that, daddy, is going to be a woman, it was hard. But he said, he thought about it a long time. Well, she thought about it, I'm sorry. And she said she just finally decided that she waited till they were actually all out of school and finished with college before she actually told them what she was going to do. And she said she had to do it for herself because it was something that she wanted to do to make herself happy. Like I said, Judy's children accept her. And this was an eye-opening experience for me. And I can honestly say I do appreciate the transgender community, gay and lesbian community, for their strength and their courage to actually come out and stand up for what they believe in. And I know a lot of people aren't able to come out, and if they do, a lot of the gay and lesbian transgender community have a high risk of suicidal. Their suicidal rates are very high. And Trudy explained that she knew a lot of or friends that had committed suicide just because the pressure and everything sometimes may be a little overwhelming. And I can honestly and truly say that I love my experience. I would love to go back to the Cactus Club, the Rainbow Cactus Club. We had a great time, and it was an experience that I would have, to share with friends and family for a lifetime. And sometimes you have to look at things from someone else's point of view to see how they live their life. I will actually keep in contact with Trudy. She has my number, my email, and I have hers as well for years to come. And I definitely want to actually, we have plans. She's going to have her surgery soon. So I definitely want to see her after her surgery. And, hopefully she starts dating and can, live a normal life. All right. That was my video diary. Thank you. Have a great day.